Good morning. I wasn't going to turn on the camera for this, but as I mentioned yesterday, I want this to be a very transparent blog, and I suppose this is part of the stress storm that I should be sharing. I'm home alone at the moment, and as you know by now, I went to bed at 2 a.m. dealing with my dog's vomit and the pillows and the floor and all that. So I set my alarm for 8:15 since I don't have to wake up super early for my husband or anything like that. But I got a message a little while ago at 7 on the dot from the family that my husband and I have been helping here locally with their struggle. And it was a very intense message that I would normally consult my husband about, but I don't want to throw more on his plate with what he's currently dealing with, so it kind of took a little toll on me to handle that message on my own. I definitely can't go back to sleep though. I'm going to get up and start my day right now, and if I fall asleep sometime in the middle, so be it. I only have 5 hours of sleep, and for me, for my body, for the way I function, that's not good sleep. Just gonna give myself a break, cut myself some slack. I'm getting up. I want to show you where my doggies slept. Here's my bedroom, my bathroom, and my doggies. How'd you sleep? ¿Cómo durmieron? ¿Cómo te sientes, mamá? Luna, how do you feel, honey? Okay, I know that my videos up until now have been pretty lighthearted, and I think probably there was one where I was struggling with low resiliency and energy. I don't think that up until now you have seen my true colors, as this is by far not my true colors when it comes to anger and real rage. This is me still practicing resiliency and mindfulness and peace and self-care, but I am heated. So enough intro, let me just get to it. I've mentioned in the last couple of videos that I've been on the phone pretty much every morning with different offices for a health insurance issue that a family member is experiencing. Pickle number one, the family member I'm helping doesn't speak English. Pickle number two, the offices who provide translators for communication between the provider and the beneficiary, translators suck. I'm so sorry, but I do have experience in interpretation, and I do have experience, much longer experience in translation of documents. If you don't know the difference, one is oral, one is written. I got to be there for one of the calls where the translator was present, and I am so sorry. That was just not good enough for a medical issue. Pickle number three, and this is where everything starts getting complicated. This person has been on a specific medication for the past year provided by a specific pharmacy, and all of a sudden the hub, as they refer it to, said that that pharmacy was no longer going to be servicing people where my family member lives. So pickle number four, the prescription is then transferred to a pharmacy more local to where this family member lives. And even though they took all of this family member's information to begin providing the medication, I think it's the following month, they waited until the week before my family member runs out of the medicine to tell them they don't accept any of the health insurances this family member has and that they cannot provide the medicine, period. So my family member contacts me 6 hours away. That's why I mentioned that there's a time zone conflict. Whenever I have the chance to contact these offices where they're at, I'm almost running at that limit of when they're going to close. So either I get up at 3 in the morning to make these phone calls, which I do not do, or I just try to get them whenever I can. So that's a little stressful on this end. Pickle number 6, I contact the hub, I contact pharmacy number 1, I contact pharmacy number 2, I contact health insurance, and everybody's saying on each of their ends, this is the communication that we got from this person, that person, that person. So on our end, we can't do anything because that's our limit. That's as far as we can help you, because it's no longer our responsibility. That's the part that has me so heated. I'm telling you that the patient is running out of medication, a medication that is taken daily, and everybody is leaving this patient without medication, but nobody goes the extra mile to figure out what else can they do or what information can they provide, because then I'm over here in a 6-hour time difference trying to solve something where I can't be physically present, and nobody seems to be really giving a crap. The issue has been left in what one person called a limbo, because either pharmacy A or pharmacy B has to provide the medication. Option C, which is the one my husband and I figured out locally, I recorded it, I shared it with you a couple of days ago. We were happy that we had solved the issue. Option C apparently was not an option. As they said, it was unnecessary for us to actually consider that option because it was either pharmacy A or pharmacy B who had to supply it, and they had to solve that between the two of them. But there really isn't any communication between either pharmacy, because pharmacy A actually doesn't even know that pharmacy B was declining the medication. So I'm contacting these people. I'm the one who's getting the message across to everybody, because you know when you call somewhere, it's customer service or customer representative or the representative of the company. It's just that person initially on the phone. They say, well, this is what I'm seeing, and as far as I understand, this is the answer. No, honey, this is not happening, and this is not solving anything. So they escalate. Say, well, let me contact you with this person. Let me contact you with this person. This person contacts me to the next person. Before I know it, it's going to management. I've talked to the last person on the tier that says, I'm gonna escalate this to management. Have we heard from management? No. So yesterday I told you that my husband and I were taking things a little easier because it's this issue, it's my health insurance also that I have to contact because I'm getting $1,500 bills for labs. It's my husband's work that's unbelievably stressful. I believe that military is in the top, 3 most stressful jobs ever. So it's no joke. His job is very stressful. Then there's me, I'm fairly certain re-entering remission, but I'm also so scared to just relapse again because so many things are going on. And fortunately, thank God, I am not flaring or experiencing any symptoms, but it's constantly in my head. Ooh, I can't let this get to me. I can't be this affected because stress is one of my number 1 triggers for a flare. I will get diarrhea, I will cramp up, I will get bloated, I will start experiencing everything else that leaves me on the couch day after day. That is not an option for me right now, especially with all the things I'm doing right now, especially this new project, but that's something that's also playing in my mind. As a volunteer for what I do, I also have families contact me for assistance, like the one that I've been mentioning these past couple of days as well. And I can't simply abandon anybody. It's not in me, for one, to do that. So number 2, I still feel it's very immoral that if somebody comes to you for help, you just turn them away. But anyway, if you are experiencing health insurance issues, because I digressed quite a bit, let me tell you, you really need to know where your limits are, because these people at pharmacy, insurance, providers, manufacturers, etc., they will try to get you to do their job for them. I can't tell you how many times I've been told, well, if you contact this office and let them know that that's not what we do, that'd be a great help. That's your freaking job. You're getting paid to talk to different companies so that your company can do its job. So don't tell me to go out of my way to do something that you're supposed to be doing for me. So as I said, I've been talking to health insurance, pharmacy A, pharmacy B, provider, and now they give me the number for manufacturer. I actually have to call a customer representative of the manufacturer of the medication that is floating around somewhere that nobody seems to be able to grab it and say, got it, I'm going to hand it to you. So rant over, and I hope that if you're in any sort of familiar or similar issue between health insurance, pharmacy, provider, manufacturer, and the infamous hub that people keep telling me, this will help you feel not alone. And if you do want to watch a video of somebody else who's struggling with pharmacy issues with medication that a certain patient has been taking for years, I highly recommend the channel Fathering Autism. I absolutely love the way this man portrays his daughter's challenges and struggles in a way that's not for pure entertainment but purely educational. And they also share their experiences as parents and as individuals being caregivers for something so demanding. So I highly recommend them. Thank you for listening. I am on to make more phone calls, and then hopefully tomorrow I can get to my phone call, because by the time I'm done with this, offices will be closed on the East Coast and I won't be able to contact anybody about my $1,500 bill. It's 12 noon Hawaii time. All the offices I need to contact are now officially closed. On a lighter note, my dog is better. She's currently in the yard smelling all the spots where she puked yesterday. I do want to thank you all so much for your suggestions. The Tums, the white rice, pumpkin, relaxation techniques. Oh my gosh, she just does not stop sniffing that area. I am not lying. I'm going to show you. They keep sniffing around the same areas where Luna threw up, and I'm just watching to see that they don't eat anything, because I don't need either of them to get sick again. But thanks again to everybody who texted me and commented on Facebook and Instagram. I got messages and so much concern. I love it. I'm actually replying to one right now. I got another reply. So this person is suggesting water to avoid dehydration. So thank you to everybody. It means so much to me that so many people care. Well, I think it's about 2:15 and I'm making some flashcards for my little class today. Right now I'm just laminating. I'm laminating some flashcards for our sight reading / decoding session, because this child is 5 years old, hasn't started school yet. I think I've mentioned that before. When you see me prepare this stuff, he has a little bit of trouble decoding sounds. If you don't know what that is, I'll leave a link to somewhere that it'll explain what decoding is, and you can check that out. So this was my mistake. I thought that if I cut them first, it would make it easier to cut and the words would not fall out, but my mistake. Live and learn, right? Make mistakes and learn. Okay, so here are the words, and the pocket opens down here. Pocket opens down here, and I can't really move this a whole heck of a lot, so I have to try to get it up here without it moving too much. There you go. I think this should be good enough for decoding. So maybe I'll dedicate some time tonight to making more flashcards. I really don't know. I told you before, I don't plan my nights. It really depends on how the day goes and how I'm feeling. I still have to take a shower and then head over there, but I think I'll be able to do everything right on time. Got my cards. Haha. That's good. I also got a new book that we're gonna work with, and I have my stuff for the class. And then the tutoring session at 4, so I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna do the washer and wash my hair, and I'm out of here. I'm back, and I've actually been home for about 2 hours. I have some dinner cooking. I emptied the dishwasher. I'm gonna load the new dishes. Luna is doing so much better. The fish tank is doing great. So everything here is a-okay. Me, on the other hand, I'm still stressed. My tutoring sessions went fine. Those are fantastic. I'm so proud of my kids. You would think that I wouldn't be stressed at night because all offices are closed and nothing else is happening in the outside world, but the family we've been trying to help is still struggling, and we feel like what we do really isn't enough or necessarily what they need. And as much as we want to be there for them 100%, there's only so much we can do. And being cognizant of that, it's hard because I kind of associate it to what my mother always told me, that mothers will do whatever it takes for their children. We do whatever we can for people we care about. And sometimes what you can do isn't necessarily the right thing or even your responsibility. So you doing something for someone else when they should be doing it, it's not necessarily enabling, but you're also not letting that person learn. You're not giving the person the opportunity to develop certain skills and grow as a person. So we not only feel like we're not doing enough, but we're also holding back on the things we feel we can do, if that makes any sense at all. So that's where I'm at. I spent about an hour and some on the phone with one of the family members, and right here. And now I can't get the family out of my head. It's already 7:20, so I'm just gonna have some dinner, unwind with some TV. I don't even think I turned on the TV yesterday. I think that's gonna be all for tonight. For you guys, my night will still go on, but you guys are not gonna watch it, so I'm gonna say my good nights here. Thank you so much always for your support and for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up, like it, subscribe to the channel, share my story, my experience, my videos with your friends and family, anybody you know, again, in the autoimmunity community, or with inflammatory bowel disease, irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, any type of indeterminate colitis or form of colitis, as well as military spouses, because I'm fairly certain that what I am living these past couple of days, military spouses will be able to identify with. Thank you guys. I will see you tomorrow.